Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. On a previous trip in the high desert, I discovered some circular rock formations that I believe to have been made by prehistoric people. I don't have definitive proof of this, simply my own speculation, and I came to this conclusion because I found plenty of lithic material all around the rock formations, as well as a few projectile points. After I'd wrapped filming that day and put away all the camera gear and began hiking back through the forest, I took a slightly different route back. And as I was hiking, I came upon another rock circle, except this one was larger. I decided not to film this discovery that day and to return for another trip. So I was excited to get back out and have another look, and I'm glad I did. Returning to the site, I found plenty of lithic material around the formation, and not too much farther, I feel like I found where the prehistoric camp had been. Even more lithic material, and also stone tools, and more projectile points. It was absolutely fascinating. So please join me as I head out into the desert to discover what once was. Buenos dias. Back in the high desert. I'm in the forest. This is like a juniper and pinyon pine forest. I'm at a higher elevation. I don't know, maybe around 6,000 feet, between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. But I'm back in an area. I was here not too long ago. I released a video a few weeks back. In this area, I found an abundance of projectile points and some pottery. It was my first time finding pottery in the area, so I was pretty excited about it. It was a great day out here. I also found stone circles, a couple of them, small ones. And I highlighted that in one part of the video. It was very interesting. A lot of, it was near where I found the pottery. There's also lithic material around that. So I'm associating those small stone circles with prehistoric peoples. I could be wrong, of course. This is simply my own speculation. I'm just saying that because of the materials I found at that area. Oh, this is interesting. That almost looks like it was made, doesn't it? That sure looks like a circle to me. Anyway, after I'd wrapped filming, everything's packed up. I was doing the hike back through the forest, and I came across another rocky section, and I came across another stone circle. This time it was bigger, and I didn't film it because I was kind of in a rush getting back, hiking back. I was still like a couple miles away from the truck. So I made a GPS coordinate of the area, and I was like, I'll come back and film it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm heading back to that spot to have a look at it, film it, document it, because this one's bigger. It's intriguing because it doesn't, I'm not sure what it is or what it was used for. If I recall correctly, there was also lithic material in this circle. So I'm speculating that it was made by prehistoric peoples. The purpose of it is beyond me, because it's on, some people say, well, it's the rocks, you know, for the teepee or whatever. No, I don't think so, because it's on rocky terrain. It's just, I don't know why anyone would camp right there on that spot when there was level, soft earth just next to it, which would be a better spot. So it has something, its purpose is something else, and I'm not quite sure what it is. So anyway, that's where I'm headed right now, and I'll just search as I make my way there to see if I come across any more artifacts, you know, projectile points or anything. So I'm definitely in a good area for it. Obviously this area was a good spot for hunting from all the points I came across that one particular day. So that's what we're up to. Just kind of heading through the forest. Nice mild day. It is winter out here. Well, close to it anyway. Yeah, I guess it is officially winter now. Late December, so we're there. But we're just in a section of kind of milder weather. It's perfect, man. So I'm following a drainage right now, and as you can see, there's plenty of lithic material. This is obsidian. Once again, I'm in an area that is just covered in lithic material. So maybe because this area was such a good hunting area, that's why there's so much material. However, there's also an obsidian quarry to the a few miles back to the east. I did a number of videos out there over the summer. It was just, there was so much lithic material. It was literally layers upon layers upon layers. It was incredible. So if you have a chance, check out some of those videos that I released back in the summertime, a few months back, I should say. Very interesting, intriguing, but that's all extended miles to the west, and I'm not finding obsidian nodules in this area like I was to the east, but there's still pretty much lithic debris everywhere. It's really interesting. So right here, for example, I've got obsidian. This is, you can see how that's been knapped. This is chert. Or flint or jasper, they're all kind of similar materials, but, and then right above it, more obsidian. All there, it's pretty much everywhere. Yeah, it's a fascinating area. The sun's at a pretty good angle right now, so as I look down this like small drainage here, the ground's just glowing with the flaked obsidian. It's everywhere. So just on the other side of this exposed rocky hill here is the large stone circle that I came across on my way back from finding the original stone circle. And here we are. Pretty big stone circle. Bigger than the previous one I found. So in 2 days it's the winter solstice. And I can see there seems to be an opening here, and if I go up, it's almost in line with the sun. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Huh. And there seems to be another opening over here. But this is a peculiar spot, and there's lithic material in here. There, obsidian. Yeah, I find it pretty strange. Obviously, some of it's fallen back, so it might have been higher up. But this is a pretty big one. So I don't know if it has anything to do with the sun, even if it's dates back to a prehistoric time. It could very well. Seems like it'd be viewable from, there's two peaks here, and the other one is just up there on the next rise, the other stone circle that I showed previously. So this is really interesting. Really interesting indeed. Yeah, pretty trippy. I have lots of speculations about what this could be. And all around it, all around the edges of it, and actually inside it, is flint knappings. So, or lithic material indicating tool processing. But just down from it, not far, is what I was talking about earlier, where I mentioned I don't think anyone that was used like to hold any type of shelter. I think its purpose is something different, because it's not a very comfortable surface to like sleep on. No, just down from it or up from it is a nice flat level area. This is soft dirt. This is where camp would have been, I'm presuming. And here we are. Sorry, I'm out in the sun. This is all, as soon as I get to the edge of this area, soft dirt, the ground's just littered with lithic debris. I don't know if the camera's really picking that up. The black spots, that's all flaked obsidian. There's chert mixed in there. You can see when I step down, this is nice soft dirt. This is where I would have camped. This is where they would have camped. And it's just covered in lithic material. So, yeah. Fascinating indeed. And that's just over there is the stone circle. There's another stone circle up on the rise over there that I kind of detailed in one of the previous videos. And there's some interesting stones here that are coming out of the dirt. So I don't know if this was a potential village. Could be. Stranger things have happened. I don't know. This could have been a seasonal hunting camp. You know, people return to every year. Good hunting in the area. You know, they came back enough that they thought it was important to do something with the rocks to make some type of, for lack of a better term, geoglyph. And I found multiple of these geoglyphs in the area here and then a few miles back. So they were into that type of thing, I suppose. So I just found a really interesting artifact. It just came out of the ground right here. Look at this. This is obviously napped. You can see how well it's been worked. It's been worked into, you see how it's been worked on both sides. It's been worked into an edge. Look at that. Yeah, what do you suppose that was used for? That is fascinating. Look at that edge. Fits in my hand, so it had some type of use. I feel like that's too big for a scraper of some sort. I don't know. They worked into an edge, though. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. Someone spent some time on that. I just pulled that out right there. I'm walking back to the stone circle, and I just found a nice white, presumably chert point. All right, let's get a close-up of that one. All right, there it is. It's just on the surface. I am going to put it back where I found it, but I want to get out in the sun to have a look at it. Oh, look at that. Right on. There you have it. Broken point there. I'm presuming that would have been pretty big, perhaps. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. It's funny to find this amidst so much obsidian. There it is. That's great. Back at the stone circle, we're going to take a break here and have some lunch and contemplate the area, because it is certainly interesting. But I thought I'd mention this as well. I don't think this is why. Another reason why I think this is prehistoric is given the vicinity of where I was just searching, like where I thought camp would be. It's just covered in lithic material and stone tools and stuff like that. If this would have been like, if miners, for example, would have made this, or someone in the 40s or something, then chances are around it there would have been like a can dump. I would have found rusted out cans and stuff like that, but there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing like that in this general area. All there is lithic material indicating stone tool making, and of course back there, which would have been a perfect place for camp, I just pulled up a large stone tool that was obviously used for something. Not sure what, but yeah. So that's another reason why I think this is more than likely prehistoric. And there's multiples. One's here, one's up on the top of the rise over here. There may be more in the area. I mean, it's just like I've always mentioned in most of the videos, just going out and searching sections of land is just a time suck. It is. So there could be a lot more. And I know there's another one a few miles to the east. So yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting indeed. So we've just been kind of wandering the forest, and I just came across another artifact. I believe a hand tool, like I found earlier, but this one's of a different material, and it's definitely pretty striking. It's just on the surface here, and all around it is just all types of lithic debris. I mean, the ground's covered in it. Obsidian, of course. Yeah, I'm going to go in for a close-up of this tool here. That's pretty big. Let's have a look in the sun here. Yeah, you can definitely see where it's been worked. All the surface where it's been napped. And it's been napped on that side too a little bit. There is an edge. It's interesting. Get an idea of how big that is. A hand. So I'm not sure if it was intended to eventually turn into a point or it's some type of tool, but yeah, man, some really interesting hand tools today. I'm calling them hand tools. They could be completely different. I'm not a professional in this, but yeah, it's pretty fascinating, isn't it? So this is Pretty cool right here. Here's a pile. I mean, an absolute pile of obsidian lithics. It's all in this crack here, covered. It's in the shade now, but maybe you can get an idea. Someone sat right here, exactly sat right here where I'm sitting and worked on a tool. Isn't that absolutely fascinating? They sat right here and worked a piece of obsidian. So this might have, these little pockets here hold water, so there's a few of them right in the area. So this would have been a good spot for people to get water and also to ambush animals. But isn't that just incredible? It's like a little time capsule right there. I think I'll leave it there, folks. It's been an incredible day in the desert. I mean, I'm always just coming across just very intriguing things out here. So yeah, today's one for contemplation for sure. As always, thank you very much for watching. I have lots more content on the way. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps tremendously. We'll see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.